But as I was saying, like the teacher was explaining, shit of how stuff work and all that, and some people stay, some people don't. You know. Anyway, we sitting up, and the teacher kind of like letting us know the people that you seeing around in the room, they already stayed. It's some of y'all came on a Greyhound bus, and some of y'all already lived in this area. The rules and regulations is this: you get 2 passes when you first come in orientation. You cannot leave the dorm at all. You can't leave this facility. I don't care if your mom outside or whatever. You cannot leave this facility. After 6 weeks of orientation, you get like a pass, a 2-week pass. Not a 2 week, but a 2-day pass that you can use up on the weekends. You only get a certain amount of passes within a month, so it's not like every weekend you can go out. But I'll say at least how the passes work, 2 times for like the average student. But it's extra shit you can do around the center, like clean up, join little join little stuff that's for the campus, like help work with the damn cafeteria. There's little stuff you can do, and you can earn more passes to jump off center, and they'll pay you. And on top of them, them being something that'll pay you. Like if you apply for a job at the job corps, like at the cafeteria or the rec room or something like that, they actually pay you too, like a normal job. So she was telling us about that, and some people, I could tell the people that was making faces and shit that was from around there, they would, they walked out, they got up, said they weren't interested, and the woman's like, okay. That's why I didn't want to really go into too many people, because it's a good 4 or 5 people out of our group quit that day. I want to say they heard some shit and they either quit. I don't think they walked out, but we didn't see them no more after that day. Cause a lot of them had their own cars and they drove up there and came to orientation. They ain't even stayed on dorm. Only the people that was out of town stayed on dorm, which was us. And she just talking, really just telling us about how the program work and stuff like that. And now she said, you're gonna get a trade that you're gonna choose. Soft trades usually take 6 months. Hard trades usually take 8 months, but I've seen people do it within 6. This program is self-paced, so it's up to you. You can you get a maximum of 2 years, but you shouldn't take that long. Most people will be out of here by 6. If you're coming down here about your stuff, you will be done. And cause a lot of folks was grunting and pouting and shit, talking like, I'm gonna be no fucking 2 years, whatever. And she was just like, the teacher Joan was just explaining like, it don't have to be that long. This is up to you. If you come up here not bullshitting, you'll get through it and you'll achieve your goals. And if you come up here partying too much and other stuff, you're gonna be one of these ones to either stay up here or be up here 2 years, or end up building a life up here and staying up here. Because then she started going into like the dangers of job corps, of how people got in fights and got injured, and the rules and regulations. Not gonna go too deep in that. Y'all should know what you can't do on public places, like not have weapons and stuff like that. She was talking about quiet time. They got a quiet time, like past a certain time, it's like a curfew. You can't be outside. If you're outside, you're gonna get in trouble, rolled up or whatnot. You get like 2-3 write-ups, you kicked off. If you get caught doing certain stuff, you kicked off. She's really going into the rules and regulations. Said some people they came up here and made babies and stuff like that. And I've seen people come from out of town and they get to meet people that stay around here. They make a baby and now they got to stay up here. So you really got to be focused doing this. You feel what I'm saying? If you focus, you should be okay. But anyway, that's enough of the rules and stuff like that. My name is whatever. And she walked out the classroom and said, get to know your peers and everybody, because you're gonna know them very well over these next 6 weeks. You're gonna be well acquainted with them. So let's get to know them and let that be that. Because when I come back, we're gonna all introduce ourselves. She walked out the room. You feel what I'm saying? She gave us like a 30-minute break. She said, if you smoke, you can go outside and smoke, but recess, whatnot. I want to say Kiki, she was a smoker. She went outside and smoked a cigarette. Kiki, her homegirl, ended up talking to that girl with the big titties. They got acquainted, like the girl I just thought, not the big titty Latina bitch, the big titty, you know, which name is Arabia, the big titty, you know, dark skinned female I was talking about that looked kind of like a college girl. You know, she real. I give her like a 7.5 in the face. She's attractive. You know, no ass though, no ass. You know how them girls can be sometimes when they got big titties and no ass. You know, real thick. You know, that I kind of got mad at because she was thick with no ass. You know what I mean? But, you know, at least she got titties. You know, sometimes these hoes either got ass or they got titties or they got both. Majority of the time, it's either ass or titties. Anyway, they chopping it up. They getting acquainted. I see D, he like a dude that was from around Albany. I seen that he was he was going to be like maybe the class clown type of dude. He was already kicking and laughing and shit when the woman was talking. And he started talking to some niggas, like, it was people, like, that long sidewalk that we walked, a lot of people walk on that sidewalk. Like, some people, because it's like the medical building down there in orientation. Like, so if you already, you know, acquainted with everything, you've been through orientation, you still got to come down there to, like, get medicine and stuff like that. So I'm seeing D talk shit to people that been there. Like, I mean, I'm talking to these people and I ask them how long they been there. How is this? How is that? And they say, oh, I've been here a year, or I've been here 8 months. And D know these motherfuckers. Call them by their name and hey, yeah, hell yeah, bro, I signed up for this shit. Yeah, bro. And yeah, bro, this shit go like that. Your mama still go with Dave? Like, he kicking shit with these people. He know these people. So Dave kind of get acquainted a little bit. I kind of, not Dave, but D, I kind of take him as the hood type. You feel what I'm saying? He real, you know, he like the joke. You know what I mean? Sag his pants real low. He one of them type of niggas, you know what I mean? And me, I was the guy that was kind of like, I'm not a hood dude. I'm from that. You know, all my homeboys be on that type of shit. Got a homeboy doing life right now. You know, I'm from that background, but I'm more of a dude that's like, I'm the intelligent type of dude. I'm like a ghost type nigga. Like, I'm smart as shit, but if it come down to me having to do some hood shit or having to get right with a nigga, you know, I'm with it. You know what I mean? It's just most people probably think I'm not with that shit just based off how I pronounce my word and how I talk so vividly and so intelligent. I'm not a dumb person by any means, but I got a sense of humor and stuff like that. And that started to show when the woman was talking. And I was asking questions about, well, what about this and what about that? And the class started laughing and shit when I start asking certain questions. Because sometimes I can be a little, I can have a little humor. Then D, he was kind of like on some competing shit, where he was kind of like saying some shit like, bruh, she just said this, so that obviously mean that. Then the class started laughing. And it's more like, it was like a kind of divide between the class. It was like, it was a hood, background. You know how like you got Latino, white people, black people. Most everybody was black. So the only divide was like rich people or people that got money or people that's like home trained, and urban motherfuckers that you can tell they from the concrete, they from the goddamn streets, man. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how that was. I was maybe classified as an urban person. Me, Arabia, them two BBW hoes, we all talk proper English. Rondo and Johnny, we was the urban people. Everybody else, Kiki, her two homegirls, them 4 niggas, all them niggas was hood niggas. Most of them, the only person that stayed and staying long term was D. D was the only nigga that stayed. All them other, but it's them 4 hood niggas, Kiki, her homegirls, that girl with the big titties. I finna get her name in a minute. The college like girl with the big titties. And maybe 1 to 2 more females that end up leaving. That was kind of the hood side. And I'll make jokes. Most of the suburban people laugh to it. They'll make jokes. Most of the hood people laugh to it. You know what I mean? But then again, I had some hood jokes too. You feel what I'm saying? I'm still getting to know, what's cool and what's not. So I'm kind of like just playing with the politics and still getting to know the vibe and stuff. You know what I mean? Because we got 6 weeks to get to know each other. So me and D kind of already getting the bullshit out the way, and everybody kind of like getting out their shell type shit. Anyway, the woman come back in the room and she said, okay, I'm gonna start with the front and with the ladies first. Y'all introduce yourselves. And we gonna go from there. Kiki was the first person. She said, say your name, say where you from, and say what you plan to take up in Job Corps. Everybody the hood people start laughing when she called her name. Then she was like, well, my name Kiki, y'all motherfuckers already know me. Cussed and everything, y'all motherfuckers already know me. The woman ain't check it. When she cussing, the woman ain't check it. You tell the teacher was hood too. The woman ain't check this shit when she cussed or nothing. The woman just let her rock. Y'all motherfuckers know who I am. Anyway, I see y'all got nursing. Yeah, I like nursing, so I think I'm gonna do that shit. So yeah. I'm from Atlanta, zone 6. Y'all already know what the fuck going on. Everybody started laughing. And then she said, yeah, that's it. And the teacher's like, okay, next person. I think Joy, well, not Joy. I'm finna say her name now. The girl that was beside Kiki, the girl who I've been calling a big titty college like bitch, her name was Joynisha, which was the woman that's gonna be about 85% of this chapter. Yeah, my name is Joy, real nonchalant. Like when she was saying that shit, she was like, it took like a whole minute to even start talking. The class was just staring at her to talk, and she was just getting off that look like, nigga, stop. Everybody stop fucking staring at me. She had that fucking look on her face, like, stop staring at me. Like, nigga, we staring at you because you're supposed to be talking right now. You know what I mean? But Joy was always like, she always gave off this real nonchalant type shit. You know what I mean? And Kiki was too, but she was more like the comedian, outgoing, urban chick. She wasn't like the nonchalant type of bitch. You know what I mean? But guys, this is this episode. Stay tuned. You feel what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it going. Stay locked and loaded.